This man has been performing his little socks off all year, and it's a pleasure to get to talk to JackSpectra right now. You were just saying to me, you feel like things are coming together as a team unit now.
Yeah, I think this game, it was very back and forth, and both teams made some really weird mistakes, but it felt more like we were moving as five rather than everybody doing their own thing. And I feel like in the majority of our games so far, one person has had their idea of how to play, but the rest of us has a different idea, and then it doesn't come together, and then it just looks like one person is inting. But now I felt like Ruby really knew what he wanted to do. I knew how I wanted to play. Jankos knew how he wanted to play. Ebby knew how he wanted to play. And it all much more came together, and it showed a game that I think, while having a lot of mistakes, was a much more cohesive game than before.
Were you becoming cohesive as you went into the draft, or was it all a case of coming together on the Rift today?
I think everybody had a really clear idea of what we wanted to play today. We kind of, after yesterday's loss, we felt like we didn't really, like, the previous weeks, we thought, you know, we could just play whatever. But now I think everybody was kind of like, okay, this is the style that we want to go for, and just go in, fight them, and meet them where they want to meet us, and fist fight them pretty much.
How do you hold on in the mid to late game? Because that is something when it comes to Team Heretics that there's been a bit of criticism about.
Yeah, I mean, we had our oopsies, I think, when we did Nash, and then Cassandra nearly killed us all. That was scary. But then they started Nash, and then we killed them all, so it was certainly a roller coaster. But I think we are getting cleaner, but it's still pretty, it's not quite clean, that's for sure.
What are the comms like when you notice the enemy make a mistake?
I mean, it's kind of like they're inting, go on them. But I think what happens a lot of the time is that we say that they're inting, and then they're not inting, or we think that, like, we have a free objective, and then it's not a free objective, and then they fight us, and then we're not prepared for it. And that's usually where our, like, late game mishaps happen.
And when one of you wins, do you then shout, I'm inting, I'm inting?
I think I've heard that maybe. I'm not sure. I don't think so usually, but I think it would certainly get a laugh out of everyone.
When I think of Zeri, I think JackSpectra. How do you feel when you're playing against someone playing Zeri?
I mean, I like Zeri a lot, but I think she's a champ that takes some time to, like, scale. And I mean, she did get scaled this game, but as I experienced yesterday, it's pretty hard to play Zeri into Vi, who just point and click ults you. And I think she felt the same that I felt yesterday, that it's pretty hard to play, even when you get your items. So glad we got to shut her down.
So you're thinking more early game bot picks in future?
Yeah, I think early game and just lockdown and just everybody engages and we just go for it. That's what it feels like.
Thinking about the standings, you're now 2-4. You do have a shot at the group stage.
Yeah.
What do you think you're going to be doing in the week ahead to guarantee that spot?
I mean, I think we just keep working and trying to improve on our strengths and trying to patch up our weaknesses. I think that we've shown some good stuff, but also a lot of bad stuff. But to be honest, I don't think any team is looking incredible. I think that every team is pretty inconsistent right now, and I think we can capitalize on that. It kind of feels like every team can beat every team from just the standings. So I think nobody is really out of the competition, and at the same time, nobody's really in either. So I'd say for the people doubting us, we'll see. And for the people who believe in us, we'll see.
We'll see, indeed. We're going to head to a short break. Thank you ever so much, JackSpectra. And when we come back, we'll be seeing who else is going to be rising up the leaderboard. So please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.